One of the most common questions I receive from older adults isn't, "How can I sleep better?" but rather, "What should I do if I wake up in the middle of the night? How can I fall back asleep?" First, let's understand some important facts. Many people tell me they tend to wake up around 2 to 3 a.m. This is actually related to the body's physiology. When you fall asleep, your core body temperature starts to drop, reaching its lowest point around 10:30 p.m. and then gradually decreasing further. This drop signals the brain to release melatonin, a hormone that helps you sleep better. However, your body temperature can't keep dropping indefinitely. At some point, it starts to rise again, and this is when your sleep becomes lighter. This typically happens around 2 to 3 a.m. It happens to everyone, but not everyone struggles to fall back asleep. So, what should you do if you wake up and find it difficult to return to sleep? First, it's crucial not to check the clock. I know this is hard because the natural reflex for most people when they wake up is to check the time and start calculating. It's 3 a.m. now. I have to get up at 6:30. How much sleep do I have left? Then you try to force yourself to sleep. But remember, sleep is like love. The more you chase it, the more it eludes you. Trying to force yourself to sleep only increases stress, which is counterproductive. The best approach is to relax. If possible, avoid looking at the clock to prevent putting pressure on your mind. Additionally, you can try a research-backed technique called non-sleep deep rest, NSDR. This is a method that helps your body and mind relax, making it easier to return to sleep without causing stress. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or listening to soothing sounds can be helpful in this situation. In summary, if you wake up in the middle of the night, remember that it's a natural part of your sleep cycle. Avoid checking the clock, don't force yourself to sleep, and focus on relaxation instead. When you do, sleep will come to you naturally. Another important thing to know is that even if you don't fall asleep immediately, simply lying still in the dark without moving still has a restorative effect. While it's not exactly the same as sleep, about an hour of such relaxation can be equivalent to 20 minutes of actual sleep. So don't worry too much if you're not falling back asleep right away. Your body is still getting some rest. Remember, we're trying to manage anxiety levels. It's crucial not to let stress build up in the middle of the night, because that will interfere with your body's natural sleep process. One key indicator to watch for is heart rate. To easily fall back asleep, your heart rate should drop below 60 beats per minute. This is especially important if you've just woken up in the middle of the night or returned to bed after using the bathroom and feel your heart beating faster. Speaking of bathroom trips, they might not always be the best idea. Of course, if you genuinely need to go, then do so. But many people wake up and start wondering whether they need to use the bathroom, then get up just to check. This isn't very helpful because when you shift from lying down to sitting, then standing up and moving around, your heart rate increases. And remember, to fall back asleep, your heart rate should be below 60. So if it's not absolutely necessary, it's best to stay in bed. If you find that your heart rate is still high and you're struggling to fall back asleep, there's an effective technique to help you relax and slow your heart rate: the 4-7-8 breathing method. It's simple to do. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale for 8 seconds. The key is to breathe gently. No need to inhale or exhale forcefully. When you exhale slowly and deeply, your body expels excess carbon dioxide, bringing in fresh oxygen. This reduces the workload on your heart, helping your heart rate slow down, making it easier to drift back to sleep. So, when you wake up in the middle of the night, if you don't need to use the bathroom and you avoid checking the clock, here's what you should do. Relax, remember that your body is still resting even if you're not sleeping, and use the 4-7-8 breathing technique to lower your heart rate and ease back into sleep. Many people ask me, what if I do 5 to 6 rounds of breathing and still can't fall back asleep? Don't worry. First of all, this isn't the first time you've had trouble sleeping. Secondly, even if you're just lying still, your body is still recovering to some extent. However, if you find yourself struggling to sleep for an extended period, here are some helpful tips you can try. First, try not to get out of bed if possible. Many people, when unable to sleep, tend to get up, walk around the house, move to another room, or even turn on the lights, use their phone, or read a book. This isn't really beneficial. Staying in bed, keeping your body relaxed, and focusing on the 4-7-8 breathing technique will be much more helpful. Another thing to avoid is drinking water in the middle of the night unless you truly need to. You might feel a little dry in your mouth and think you need a sip of water, but it's better to prepare a room temperature glass of water next to your bed. That way, if necessary, you can just reach over and take a small sip instead of getting out of bed. In the morning, make sure to drink plenty of water to rehydrate your body. I hope these tips help you sleep better. If you'd like to learn more about sleep and overall health, stay tuned for more articles.